Hello everybody and welcome to the presentation of the base end panel. The base island end cap. So what we have here is a very simple, this is going to be kind of the start of our end cap selection of cabinets. And it's basically this cabinet, as you see right here. It's real flush, real simple, slab on the front, slab on the front here, slab on the sides. Just two simple adjustable shelves, flush toe kick, just real simple, nice clean lines. Ready to assemble and ready to go. So anyway, that's what we have there. Let's go back into our CAD view and kind of give you a little bit more idea about the construction of this cabinet. Alright, so I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about how this cabinet is constructed here. Let's take a look at the top view, a little bit easier. Alright, so here we go. So basically, let me kind of enhance this view a little bit for you to see a little bit more of what we're working on here. Alright, so ideally what we have here, we have two posts. We have a post here, which is basically a four-sided post made out of plywood with the right veneer that you choose, whatever it would be, paint grade maple or cherry or walnut. In this case is walnut. And then over here, same thing. So basically this piece and this piece are almost exactly the same. In the middle we have a ready to assemble cabinet, and we have basically a flush toe kick down below here. Okay, and then a top rail, a real wide top rail here. Okay, I believe that's about, it's 2.5 inches wide. Alright, and then we also have a false top here that's actually sunk down in the cabinet by about an inch or so. And the idea there is you're able to attach these legs to the cabinet using like an 1.25 inch screw. And this is basically a very simple, very easy to put together island end cap. And the cool thing about this is you're really able to display a lot of the stuff, whether you want to display like cookbooks or maybe like some nice plates or something like that. You could even put lighting in here too, which is another pretty neat way of really adding a lot to your kitchen. You could put lighting in the top here. Let's get a little bit better view, as you can kind of see. So yeah, anyway, you put lighting right through here, maybe 1 or 2 lights. We don't sell glass adjustable shelves. You could always sub them out. Have your local glass company make some glass adjustable shelves. That way the light shines through. So those are some ideas going on there. Let's see how this thing works out. Okay, as far as the width and depth. Okay, so looking at the front view, or top view, the width and depth on this one, in this cabinet obviously, overall width would be basically from the left side to the right side. That's the overall width of the cabinet, including the 2 posts and the center cabinet. Okay, the depth is going to be 6 inches in this case. I have a 36 wide by 6 inch deep cabinet here. Okay. Very simple. From the back of the wall, or basically from the back of the island end cap to the front, is 6 inches, as well as from, let me kind of CAD this out for you, from here to here is going to be 6 inches. And I grabbed the wrong point. Alright, so 6 inches in width. So the idea here is we made a very simple, very easy to use cabinet. And let's go ahead and shrink this cabinet down. I'm going to show you what happens if I shrink the depth. I'm going to go down to 4 inches in depth. Now notice, when I went to 4 inches in depth, the width, sorry about that. Alright, so the width of our piece actually, it's not 6 anymore. So we have 4 inches from the back to the front of the island post, and now the island post is actually going to be 4 inches wide. And that keeps it proportional. I think it's going to look a lot better for a lot of people that are curious, what size should I use. So anyway, that's automatic. If you order a 4-inch deep cabinet from front to back, you're going to get a 4-inch wide end post on both sides. Okay, that's just automatic. So 4 inches there and 4 inches there. Easy. Same thing over here. 4 inches here, and again I grabbed the wrong spot. Anyway, that's 4. Just keep that in mind. I'm not going to redo that one. So all right. So anyway, other than that, the depth of that. So front to back, we talked about that. The width, the height obviously is going to be the height from the top of the cabinet here all the way down to the floor. So in this case, I put 34.5. That's our standard base height. It's got a 3/4 inch thick back. Now you might be saying, why do you need to use a 3/4 inch thick back on a cabinet like this? And the reason for that is, and this is just a partial view here, I didn't want to make it too slow. The reason for that is we want the back to be finished, because in some applications, let's take a look at our island here. This is our practice island. In some applications, you're going to want to use, oh wow, computer is not working with me today. Alright. You're going to want to use an island back, kind of like this. You want to have an island overhang. And I like these pretty good, because if you look at the way this is all set up, now this is all going to be finished on the back of this end cap right here. So you can actually extend this out, say 12 inches from the back of your island. Now this is a bar back end panel. Obviously this is not what I'm talking about right now. It's not the product we're on. We're on the island end caps right now. So basically say 12 inches. Let's say I wanted to extend this back 12 inches here. Now I could run a countertop, a real nice countertop between the two, and I can have basically some framed legs. So I apologize, I left this one at 4 and this one's at 6. That's obviously wrong, but the idea here is you'll be able to run a countertop over here, and it's got plenty of support for that countertop. You know, so if your kids are jumping up on top of the countertop, it's not going to break off. Stuff like that. Your granite templaters are going to be a lot happier putting it on some solid support structures. So the idea here is it creates a real nice seamless look. Let's increase that back to 6 so we get a better look at here. Alright, so you notice how they all went back to 6. Now our island end legs right here are back at 6 inches wide again. And let's take a look at a little bit different view. So you can kind of see the open end shelves there on the end. Now I'm just going to enhance the view so you can see the texture a little bit more. Give it 1 second. So basically while we're waiting for that to do, there we go. You can see this real nice flush look. So it's all flush right along the face here. It's got that real big boxy leg, which is one of my personal favorites. Simple lines, clean, easy to use. Countertop goes right up on top of this. You just set it right down on top. And you got yourself a nice little eating bar on the back side of your island. Now, on the front here, I just use some generic cabinets. You could use cooktop cabinets or whatever you want. You know, that's all basically up to you, up to the customer. So, again, if you have any further questions, I think that's pretty much all the questions that I think anybody would mostly have about this. Just keep in mind that kind of the main idea here is the depth from the back to the front of the island end cap. It's going to basically be, let's say it's 6 inches. It's going to be 6 inches here and 6 inches wide for the end posts with the cabinets in between. It's normal. The backs of our island end caps are going to be finished. So you can basically have an overhang come out here. You don't have to have an end panel or anything like that covering this back area. There's no end panels needed because this is all basically going to be you know, integrated finished ends and stuff. So everything's going to look perfect right when it comes out of there. So also another thing I want to kind of touch on is going to be, since this thing comes out, we actually do assemble these posts because we're going to have to nail and glue the face on there, on the cabinet itself. The only thing you're going to have to do is assemble this center cabinet and then basically screw this post into the center cabinet and you'll be good to go. Same thing over here. Usually 2 screws, you can hide them up in the top, like what you see right there. Another one right here, and then underneath the toe kick, you can get in there and kind of attach them as well. And that creates a real nice solid island and a real clean look that everybody seems to like. So anyway, give me a call or an email if you have any questions. My name again is Chad Barker. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again. Have a good day.